Former President Donald Trump seeks to open a new lawsuit with 300 pages of evidence about the 2020 election. But will anyone listen to him? I don't know. Ukraine wants more taxpayer money, but refuses to start peace talks agreements with Vladimir Putin. Tucker Carlson and Steve Bannon discuss how America is being altered via illegal immigration, and Disney loses close to $1 billion after finally admitting going woke made them go broke. Thank you so much for liking and sharing these videos. It really helps me out, so thank you so much. Don't miss out on the interview I released earlier today with former CIA Tracy Walder about what's really going on over in Israel and with the hostage situation. After reports surfaced claiming the United States pressured Ukraine into giving up land to Russia, U.S. State of Affairs official James O'Brien commented on the situation. While O'Brien did not confirm or deny the report, he stated, "We've always said that this is a matter for Ukraine to decide. We decide nothing about Ukraine without Ukraine. And I think the other reality is we see no indication that Russia is willing to entertain substantive, real peace negotiations." Now, in my opinion, this answer was decent at best, as we all know that Russia would like to settle this war and seek peace. However, if you leave it up to Zelensky, he's just going to keep throwing bodies at this war until they finally run out. Unfortunately, Ukraine is going to have to give up concessions in order to end this war, but they're not ready to do that yet. As the United States struggles to support both Israel and Ukraine, Democrat Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has promised to try to pass a vote to get more taxpayer money to both countries. Republican Speaker of the House Mike Johnson commented on the chances of something like this passing and claimed he's confident and optimistic that they can get more money to Ukraine. However, there is one issue that funding simply can't fix for Ukraine, and that's that Ukraine is running out of bodies. The issue has gotten so bad that Ukraine has set up roadside checkpoints in an effort to force men who are attempting to dodge the war into the battle. But even these measures in place, older men and those with medical conditions are still finding themselves on the front line of a battle they don't want to be in. If peace is not reached soon, Ukraine will have no foot to stand on, and they'll have to concede even more than they want in order to make the pain stop. Speaker Mike Johnson has been very vocal about fixing issues at the border. But DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas has continued to deny that there's even an issue at the border at all. During a recent interview with Bloomberg News, Mayorkas stated that 12 million illegal immigrants that are in America have been contributing fundamentally to our country's well-being. While it's true that most of the people that come into the country are just looking for better opportunity, they're still here illegally. And they don't know who's really coming into the country. In fact, we know at least 150 people on the terrorist watch list have entered the country, and now they don't know where they are. In fact, they don't know where 2 million of them are, according to a new report out this morning. Now, speaking of being too lenient on immigration, Tucker Carlson actually just interviewed former White House Chief Strategist Steve Bannon on the issue. During the interview, the two men highlighted a recent terrorist attack in Ireland that was carried out by an Algerian immigrant who was in the country for unknown reasons. Bannon stated that Ireland is a good example of what could happen to America, and Tucker Carlson agreed that Ireland is being fundamentally transformed by having more immigrants come into the country than Irish babies born, and so it's fundamentally altering Ireland and their history and the country that they will be in the future. But Ireland seems to be embracing it. But one Irish person is pushing back. UFC fighter Conor McGregor commented on the situation and said Ireland is under attack and that the government needs to be doing more to protect Ireland. he was told he's now being investigated for hate speech. So let me get this right. Someone gets stabbed, and the person who points it out is now being investigated for hate? Wow. I mean, this World Economic Forum controlled world we live in is getting super wacky. All right, now back in America, an investigation by the media company Wired has unveiled a secret White House surveillance program. The program is reportedly known as Data Analytics Services, which provides law enforcement with details on over 1 trillion phone calls made by Americans each year. The program does so by targeting people that have been suspected of a crime or been in contact with someone who committed a crime, or been in contact with someone who's been in contact with someone who committed a crime. Basically, they're just using our data to spy on us every single day. Now, this was first discovered by Senator Ron Wyden, who has just sent a scathing letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland questioning how on earth was a spy program against American citizens approved by the Biden White House. I'll let you know if anything comes of it, but from what I'm seeing, the White House doesn't care that they're spying on you, or else they wouldn't be spying on you. Happy phone calls, everybody. All right, now billionaire Charles Cook announced he is backing Nikki Haley for president. He said he will spend any amount of money necessary to make her the first female president of the United States. It was released today that the Office of Global Access, which is a rarely talked about arm of the CIA, has been called out 9 times to go and dig up and recover UFOs. Now, the report shows that the CIA has special technology for detecting and recovering non-human spacecraft and then handing them over to the United States military. Is this a true story? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. But those are the details that were in the news today. I always question, why do they drag out UFO stories and then leak them to the news just at the perfect time to cover up for something stupid the government has done? I don't know. It makes me suspicious of, are these UFO stories real, or are they just used to distract us from a crappy government? Let me know your thoughts on that down below as well. Now, former President Donald Trump's legal team has just filed a new lawsuit seeking to reopen an old case. They say they have proof that the 2020 election was stolen and that no judge has the courage to see the evidence or preside over the case. The legal brief was 70 pages long, and it was accompanied by 300 pages of supporting evidence. Now, Trump wants all the communication subpoenaed between the Department of Justice and Joe Biden, the DOJ and Hunter Biden, and the Department of Justice and Vice President Mike Pence. Now, would Mike Pence betray Donald Trump and communicate about how to steal the election? I don't know, but that's what he wants to know, and his legal team is demanding that in this lawsuit. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think a judge is going to have the courage to review this? And are we going to get to see those 300 pages of evidence? Disney Corporation announced that they have lost nearly $1 billion in revenue on 13 of its most recent movies as families rebel against having woke material and LGBTQ2+ and trans material pushed on them. Disney admitted in a letter to investors that the films have not aligned with viewer values, and it's reflected in them losing money on 13 movies. But you know what Disney's going to do? They're going to be like, okay, our viewers want this kind of movie, so what are we going to do? We're going to give them the exact movie they don't want and continue to lose money because Disney is trapped by their new value system, which is in direct competition with the people that make them money. All right, now while we're on the topic of privacy and private companies, Hunter Biden has just stated that he would rather testify in public rather than in private to Representative James Comer, who's investigating the Biden crime family. While this decision may seem shocking, Hunter Biden's attorneys claimed that Comer is sneaky during closed-door sessions and tries to manipulate and distort the truth. This request, if approved, would allow him to testify with TV cameras. But either way, he is going to testify on December 13th about his Biden family business dealings. After being accused of being an anti-Semite, Elon Musk has traveled to Israel and met with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and others and the families of the October 7th terrorist attack. After visiting, Musk stated that it's remarkable what humans are capable if they are fed falsehood from when they were children. They think that murder of innocent people is a good thing. But Musk didn't stop there. He also provided a controversial path forward for the country of Israel. He stated there are 3 things that need to happen in the Gaza situation. There's no choice but to kill those who insist on murdering civilians. You are not going to change their mind. The second thing is to change the education so new generations of murderers are not trained to want to murder other people. The third thing is, and this is important, you must help them build prosperity. What do you think of Elon Musk's ideas? Let me know your thoughts down below. Elon Musk also mentioned that he would be willing to financially contribute to rebuilding Gaza so that it can become a flourishing city for Palestine once more. Now, as the horrible situation continues to unfold in Gaza, the Biden administration has stated that CIA Director Bill Burns is currently in Qatar participating in the ongoing hostage negotiation. The ceasefire will be extended a few days more as the White House tries to get Americans and Israelis and others free from the hostage situation, and I'll continue to keep you updated on that. Now, before you go, I want to remind you that you are amazing. Thank you so much for stopping by and allowing me to update you on the big stories in the news today. If you would, please give this video a like. That helps YouTube know whether to push it out or not. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Check out this interview from earlier today and this super important video, and I will see you on the next video.